Welcome to another episode of Not for the Weak Minded. Last night I was working on this side of the blueprint. Still haven't managed to finish it all, but what I discovered is, well, it should change your mind about everything. Now it might take a while to get there because a lot of people want to know how this is done. They certainly don't want to believe that this is the scale and accurate. So, first of all, I'm just going to show you that there is some interesting features where the ocean is, and it's just all indicative of culture, as in, you know, buildings and people being there at one point. This thing is a ridge line or a road. Can't quite work it out, but it was the thing that I discovered up here, that big X, that made me realize potentially what it could be. Now, in order to understand this blueprint, you need to understand how I've created it. So I'm going to just quickly whip to the computer now. So, let's use the zoom instead. But currently, I have this marker set at the end of Antarctica. Now, if you look at the thing, it's 54.78. So I did that to 55 and 63.12. Around 63. Now, this representation is just that. It's not meant to be it can never be as accurate as the globe Earth model because of scale. It's just a representation of landmass and the things that we can see from observation through the air that's been mapped using the globe Earth model. Now I have to explain to you that they have used photography from the air through time, but they've also lasered the Earth, which is why some areas in a bit are different in terms of how you can look at the Earth. Now you gotta bear in mind that this is just one image through time, and that if you actually go and painstakingly look through time, you can see so much knowledge and information within the grounds, you know, that within the images. But it leads, you know, to a no-brainer, self-evident, that we've been lied to about everything, including the time of the giants. So that was on 55. Just to clarify, it was 55.63. It doesn't have to be spot on. So here we go. It's upside down, I know. Essentially, from the middle, I'll take it all the way up to 55. Right, halfway. Each one of them is 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, all the way down to 180 degrees. And then each of these lines is the parallels going down from 0 all the way up to 90. And each one of them lines reps 1.5. So back we go. 2 seconds. 55. And then 63 if we follow the line. So there, all the way along, back there, look. So it's 63. And so all I've done is literally, I've gone on this map first, just the map view, and clicked, boom, okay, there. So that is, obviously I've gone in a little bit closer than what I am showing you. This is just an example, but that's 19 by 73. So 19 minus 19. Oh, and this is why I had to know their system, you see. The plus, you know, the minus, plus, the 4 different ways that they've done it. The grid system. So everything works around us today because of this. Because they have mapped the Earth using the perfect circle. And then they tell you it's a spheroid oblate and that it's spinning when it's stationary, and everything else that's to do with cosmology, which is a lie. This blueprint proves it 100%, that, and so does the stars, that you've been lied to. They rotate around a stationary Earth, and this place is created with technologies, advanced technologies, in the physical, that you are yourself an AI with free will to think for itself. So anyway, 1973, just to clarify. So 19, which is there, make sure that's down the bottom like that, through the middle, 19 and 73. So it's 73.5, so it's slightly lower than 73.5. About there, look. Spot on, right? So this obviously is the globe Earth model. So, you know, just spin it around. But in mine, it forms a, what would people call a wall. Now I'm going to stop this episode now. And I'm going to, because people don't really want to spend a long time really listening. I think I've probably, between now and 15 minutes is probably enough for some people in one video. But I'm going to show you next, in the next video, what I did mapping these using the satellite image instead, and how they have stitched things together. Again, as I said, using LiDAR and photos to create the globe Earth model, which is basically the perfect circle. The Earth is created, folks. You've been lied to. Please, this is just a small part of understanding this reality. And the giants did once walk the Earth. This is something you must be known as truth. Please share, like, and subscribe.